Without you, we can't do anything. Guide us and lead us in the whole meeting and give us understanding. Without you, we can't understand everything. We need your wisdom. Bless our meeting, Lord. Bless our participant. Bless our ambassador. Bless our all speaker. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Create a personal story that is unimaginable. Do you want to learn to restore and reconnect your relationships? Do you want to live the happiest life you could ever dream of? Do you want to create wealth? It all starts with the right mindset. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu has a tremendous amount of wisdom to share to assist you in living your best life possible. She is an award-winning inspirational and transformational speaker, writer,
Amen.
coach, and entrepreneur extraordinaire who inspires people worldwide with her personal story. For many years, her passion is inspiring and empowering and transforming lives and relationships for her clients.
Do you want to learn to restore and reconnect your relationships?
Everyone can
Do you want to live the
achieve, be
happiest
fulfilled,
life you could
be
ever dream
successful,
of?
and be happy
Do you want
with
to
the right
create
positive
wealth?
mindset?
It all starts with
Also,
the right
having the
mindset.
right attitude,
Elizabeth Lucas
resilient and
Afolalu
willing
has
to
a
change
tremendous
are
amount of wisdom to
important
share to
aspects of
assist you
personal
in living
growth.
your best life
Living
possible.
life with determination,
She is an award-winning
diligence, and having
inspirational and
positive thinking and
transformational
working
speaker,
hard can lead to
writer,
a
Amen.
coach,
successful
and
life you
entrepreneur
never dreamed of.
extraordinaire who
She believes
inspires
people
people
can build
worldwide
deeper
with
and
her
healthy
personal
relationship
story.
with awareness of
For many
greater
years,
love.
her
personal, intentional, and inspirational customized gifts. She has created thousands of unique and unusual, memorable, creative, personalized, and inspirational gifts for all tastes and budgets. Elizabeth Creations has taken the idea of creative gifts to a whole new level, with the innovative concept of actually buying minutes of time from the past, present, or future. Elizabeth has a motivation and passion for business which led her to obtain honors degree in business and management at University of Northampton, United Kingdom. Elizabeth has worked with several organizations in various fields, and she is actively involved with and supports several NGO/charity, and for all her contributions and involvement, she was awarded Inspiration and Relationship Award, Legend Award for Community and Humanity. Currently, she is the Managing Director of Elizabeth Creations Limited, Director of Tokens Limited, founder of YYCI International. She is the UK Chief Bureau Editor of an American magazine, Oakens Group magazine, and an exceptional award-winning author of Yes, You Can. Featured in national press NBC, ABC, and Fox News, other magazines including Business Magazine. She is also an acclaimed author who writes in her book how she has failed several times and bounced back, overcome all adversities, challenges, financially, physically, emotionally, abuses, and trauma, and come up stronger. She has turned all her situations from impossible to possible and from negative to positive, and believes anyone can do too, and she is determined to help others as well. One of her missions is to support youths, women, families, individually, locally, and internationally, offline and online through media and resources, gifts, products, workshops, seminars, and speaking engagements to change their mindset, discover, develop, manifest their gift, build deeper relationship, and maintain, restore, and reconnect relationship and families, manage their emotions, and be free and be happy, learn to forgive themselves and others, learn to love themselves and love others, create roadmap for the youth for the future. Her latest book, Yes, You Can, is about her personal experiences and stories and how she used simple principles to become who she is today and what she has achieved so far. also how her personal life and her relationships have been transformed. She is a living testimony and permit her to share some of what people have testified about her in her book. In all her businesses and business ventures, Elizabeth puts forth her own inspirational personal touch. This makes her unique talents and products motivational tools that everyone can benefit from.
Thank you so much. And before we move on, I want to say thank you for joining us. You are all welcome to another mindset and transformational masterclass. And I want to say thank you because your time is very precious to us and as well as precious to you. And like I always say, we are here together to learn together, grow together, and also make an impact into this world. Because I want to believe that we are growing every day and we are transforming our own lives and our relationships. And then we can extend it by adding value to others as a leader. So let me quickly introduce to you all our patrons and matrons. I want to quickly say they might join us later, or some of them might join us tomorrow. So we have my own husband, Dr. King Femi Lucas Afolalu, the philanthropy, mentor, award-winning author of a book called Wisdom, an international speaker, global director, national grandparent of Y.Y.C.I International, patron of Y.Y.C.I International. We also have Professor, His Excellency, Professor Dr. Engineer King Oyeche Promise Obina, Eze Ikemba Agurusi of Iche, Kingdom of Rivers State, National President of Nastrogen, National Patron of Y.Y.C.I International. We also have His Excellency Oba Adeyinka Adeshina Adkole Obawale, Oluoje of Ojenpetu, Arole of Yoruba Community, Ojenpetu Descendants Worldwide, Consultants of Yoruba Tradition and Culture of Yoruba Community, Gadumo Kingdom, Kogi State in Nigeria. We also have our Professor Dr. Aika Mahana, the founder and CEO of Chipaco International, and our Queen, HRH Queen Nadia Ariri. And also we have another matron, His Excellency Professor Caroline. So we acknowledge them as our patron and matron of Y.Y.C.I International. So let's move on now to call on my very own friend, Professor Dr. Mario C. Lucerio, the founder and chairman of LEAD Philippines, and also the YYCI Philippine Director and Advisory Board member. So let's invite him as he gives us the first opening remarks.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth, for the generous introduction to all the dignitaries across the globe. Okay, great speakers. I'd like to welcome you to another YYCI Mindset and Transformation Masterclass. Okay, we've been attending this kind of platform for many months, and we have learned a lot from the sharing of our speakers. Okay, every month is another day for us to renew and strengthen our skills, our knowledge as educators, as of course, school leaders, or probably organizational leaders. And I would always believe that attending this kind of platform enriches our experience so that we'll be able to handle people correctly and appropriately. Our mindset plays a lot in dealing with people. And if we have that good mindset in understanding situations that we have not only in the community that we are into, but also issues globally, would be able to address issues correctly and properly. I would like to congratulate, of course, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth for this kind of initiative, and also for great people who are always coming together to share their knowledge and experiences. This particular platform is uniquely created by, of course, Queen Elizabeth in order for us to have intellectual exchange, and that for this 2 day activity would be able to listen well, explore more, you gain friends, and not only that, at the end of its session, you'll be able to have some takeaways from speaker. I know that we have different culture, we have different academic background, but regardless of this, what we have is probably our passion to share what we have, our ability to transform the world, and especially to transform our own selves. Okay, because we cannot transform other people if we do not change ourselves. Change is inevitable, but of course change does not necessarily mean progress. So we only have to look into what appropriate changes that we could adopt to situations, and would be able to apply that in our own family, with friends, with our community, in school, in the locality, in our country, and the whole world. So I think we are all ready to listen to some beautiful speeches that will be delivered by different dignitaries. And I'd always congratulate, appreciate, of course, the founder of YYCI United Kingdom for allowing us to be a part of this beautiful platform. So I'd like to congratulate you in advance, and let's start the ball rolling and listen to great sharing of our speakers today. So welcome, a pleasant morning, afternoon, and evening to each and every one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Mario, Professor Dr. Mario C. Lucilio, for your great opening speech. Professor Mario is also one of our leader, and he is also going to be teaching us tomorrow. And I believe we are all ready to learn great stuff from him tomorrow. So he will also be joining us to teach us some great stuff. So, and then I will be able to introduce him fully tomorrow. So let's get ready. Let me use this time to invite our second. Let me use this time to quickly invite our second leader that will be giving us the second speech. And the name of Bishop Pastor Nelson Person, and is the ambassador for peace working in Pakistan, Australia, and globally. He's also our YYCI advisory board member and also YYCI Pakistan director. So permit me to to welcome him to this platform to quickly give us the second opening remark.
Thank you, dear Elizabeth Queen. Thank you for your efforts. I really appreciate it for humanity. And you are the example leader, and we are proud of you because you are a good leader. Just want being ambassador for peace, I greet all of you with peace greeting, peace, salam, assalamu alaikum, shanti, namaste, and many other greetings according to the traditions and different faiths. I respect all of you. Today, I just want to explain about peace and prayer. What is the relationship of peace, and what is the importance of peace and prayer? Peace, when we say peace, peace gives us unconditional love. And peace means no war. And when we say peace, we have different other words relate to peace. Peace, love, forgiveness, and prayer is also related with peace. So what is prayer? What is prayer? Prayer is a communication. Prayer is a conversation, and that is very important in every religion in the world. What is prayer and what is the importance of prayer? I can say that prayer develops relationship. Prayer develops relationship with God, and that is the best communication with our God, and it helps us to understand God and understand His people, and also it provides answers, because when we pray, God loves us and He listen our prayer, and not listen our only prayer, but He also give us answers. And prayer also, through prayer we can also find directions in our life. And prayer, through prayer we avoid temptation, and we can find God's will through our prayers. And we also, with prayer, we can also find different miracles in our life. And prayer, through prayer, our prayer invites Holy Spirit in our life, and it gives us our life a special blessing. And it also helps to follow Jesus' life and follow His ministry and follow His example.
Thank you.
Prayer is an act of obedience, and it is the way of request to the Lord. So we should pray for that, so that through prayer we can work together. Jesus Christ gave us example, a prayer, our Father who art in heaven. So when we say our Father who art in heaven, it means we are one, we are family, and we can work together. Yes, we can do with our prayer. God
Thank you,
bless.
sir. God bless you, sir. God bless you. And without, thank you, because I know that prayer is very powerful in any language, in any religion. We have to put God in everything we do. And that is why we start with prayer. And we know something that sometimes we plan whatever we want to plan, but then we have to depend on God to help us through our plans, our organizing, because every other things can flow together when we introduce God in our day-to-day and whatever we are doing as a leader. So thank you so much. And prayer also recognizes God. That means to show that God is in whatever we are doing. So thank you. Without wasting any much time, let me introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker, let me show her face. Yes, this is our first speaker. So I'm just going to introduce her, and then straight away she starts giving us a great stuff for us to renew our mindset and transformation. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Daphne Soy is she is from Dubai. She's the founder and CEO of Coresio Moms Business and Leadership Coaching. I'm just gonna, so that I can continue. Hold on a second. What have I done? Sorry. Okay. So she's been ranked 7 among the top 30 business coaches for 2022 by the NYC Journal. Top women leaders in 2022 by Passing Vista, and top 10 female coach in 2021 by Yahoo Finance. Wow. She's the Amazon #1 best international bestseller author and co-author of several books, including one with the global legend, Les Brown, who is also my mentor. She is a mother of 2 awesome young adults and is happily married. Professionally, she is a satisfied business and leadership coach, timeline therapist, author, international speaker, and mentor. She has gone through a 9-to-5 job to homemaker, confirmation coordinator, master catalyst, LLP practitioner, counselor, psychotherapist. She is passionate about empowering women globally, like me, of all ages, to find the right balance in their carousel of life. She started and ran a thriving business, gained financial stability, overcome limiting beliefs, mind, and emotional blocks, set healthy boundaries. She strongly believes that the power is within you. So break free from what is holding you back. She conducts one-to-one and group coaching, both online and offline. So without wasting any more time, let's introduce Dr. Daphne Sorrow from Dubai. You are welcome. We are ready.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
I've got my note here.
Lovely. May I request for a screen share? There's one connection known as Daphne presentation.
Yes, we can do that. Where are we now? Okay. Yes, I think we are there.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
Okay, just give me a second for that to make sure that my presentation is showing. It's not showing the presentation. My queen, I have already done the share screen. It says only the host can share in the meeting. So the one titled Daphne presentation is not co-host as yet.
Ah, okay.
I have a second device that's connected to you.
Okay. Can I do it now?
Yes, please.
I just did. Let me see. Okay, co-host. You want me to make it co-host or
the one that is titled? I'm joined by 2 devices. I want the one that is Daphne presentation.
Ah, okay. That's why. Okay. All right. Now I'm getting it. Okay. Right.
Lovely. Great. We are here. A very good morning, a good afternoon, good evening to every single person out here who is tuning from whichever part of the world you are in. First of all, thank you so much, Your Majesty, for this great opportunity to present on such a wonderful platform. So let's, without any further ado, move on. You're a warm welcome again to everyone. Just there was this clip about myself that you can read later if you're interested, as already the Queen has shared a lot about me. So I don't need to give any further introduction of myself. Today's topic, living a life on purpose. How beautiful is that? We started this session with a prayer. Our wonderful pastor also shared a lot, the importance of prayer. And I think that I would like to share this, that this is one of my top secrets to my success, my massive transformation, and my growth. Because without the one above, I wouldn't ever be where I am today. So thank you so much for that I can share this with you. Okay, a life on purpose, you must change your old thinking and approach. Our external actions, behaviors, and results are all a direct reflection of the internal process and mindset we operate. So it's all about our internal being. We cannot give what we do not have inside. It is similar to, a cup of tea, right? You can't drink tea if the cup is empty. It has to be full. There has to be something. So you have to change that thing that is inside, that flavor in your life to be the perfect you that your creator has sent you to be in this awesome world and transform others and make this place a better place to live in. We cannot change our results if we do not change our thinking. Have you ever set a New Year's resolution that failed a mere 2 weeks later? I'm sure we all have at some point faced this. Did you aim to change your behavior without changing your thinking? Then here is where the mistake lies, that you did not change your thinking. To live a life on purpose is like chasing a dream and making it a reality. We all love beautiful dreams, right? So let's dream it and make it happen for our success. Nothing matters if you aren't following your soul's purpose. Once you have found it, you can align all areas of your life to point in that direction. It is possible to do what you love and live in flow. You just need the right motivation and mindset to take the right action. And that is where I am. And I am living my life on purpose. As you can see, I'm with all the energies, all glowing and overexcited. I think from the time I received the message from our queen that she wanted me to present, I haven't been sleeping. She robbed my sleep. But it was a joyful sleep, which I'm so excited and grateful to God, because there's nothing more beautiful than sharing our talents with others. John Maxwell says, dreams don't work unless you do. So guys, you've got some work out here. You need to get your butts a bit moving out of the chair. You can't be sitting out there saying, I will dream and things will happen. Nothing will happen if you keep sitting there. You need to move. That's why the good Lord has given you 2 legs. Not to just shake them there, but to move them right away. I'd like to share with you the secrets to living your life on purpose. We need to focus on the simple steps to living a life on purpose. Yeah, there's some secrets that I'm sharing with you, and I would love you to hold it close to your heart and treasure it in an awesome way and live it as I already shared. It's to do with your internal being, right? So yes, ears open, mouth shut. That's why you have one mouth, 2 ears. Open both ears, shake them, wriggle them, clean them if you need to, because I want you to hear what I am sharing with you. My first calling to each one of you today is believe in yourself. Have faith in your abilities. Because if you do not believe in yourselves, do not expect others to believe in you. It all starts with your internal being. First, the good Lord knew that there's a place for you in this world. You are important. You are needed to complete that big plan of His, that full puzzle, that great picture in this world. And that is why He sent you with a purpose to complete that picture. And then when He has believed in you, you need to believe in yourself. If you think that someone else is going to start believing in you, I'm sorry, my friends, this is never, ever going to happen. Because sadly, we don't live in the world we are supposed to live. And that is where you need to make the change, to make this place a place to be loved and a happy place, not a mean, jealous place. Because when we do not believe in ourselves, we start believing in others, that others are better than me. And that triggers jealousy, that triggers hatred, that triggers competition. Why the heck do you want all that? Why are you competing with everyone? I cannot be you. You cannot be me. As much as you might copy me, I am unique. I am special. I am the perfect work of art of the Creator. No one dare scribble on His paintings. And I will see to it, and I want all of you to see to it, that no one damages His work of art. You ask any artist how they feel when they have painted a beautiful picture, or let's go back to something smaller, a child in your home. When they have made whatever painting they have made, and you go and scribble or say, come, I'll show, and put some paint across it, they would cry bitterly. You would shatter them. You would break them. So what are you doing with the work of art that the Creator has created? The problem out here is that He is super good. He keeps His mouth shut for whatever we are doing and takes it. Do you think I would stand that if you spoil my work of art? Or do you think any of the people on this platform would love me to scribble on their work or tear their notes right now of what they did? No. Maybe something would come across the Zoom call also. I'll see a hand popping up with giving me a tight one, right? But the Creator waits for all that. He's patient. So don't test His patience to the limits, but use those blessings and graces to run that wonderful race. And these are the words of Norman Vincent Peale. Believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. And that is how I have personally grown in my life. Align with your values and your beliefs. It doesn't matter who you believe in, whether you believe in Allah, God, Bhagwan, Jesus, anyone. You still believe in the one true God, and nothing can change that. So value your beliefs, the values that you have been raised up in your family. To hold them close to your heart and treasure them. And at this point, I want you to make this note and do this as a homework, because I'm a very good presenter and teacher. I love giving some homeworks. And as I said, nothing will happen unless you move, change your thinking, and make your dreams a reality. So I invite you to write down 8 values and 8 beliefs. This is very important for you to move forward. Otherwise, you will be stuck. Your gear will be stuck. Whether you put it in the first, second, or you have an automatic or vehicle or anything, your car is not going to move, guys. You have to get that moving. The petrol is in writing your values and beliefs. When you aren't being you, everything is foggy and colorless. You're bored and busy at the same time, always tired and exhausted. Even small things feel like work because you're missing out on the greatest thing, that is your passion and your inner love for what you need to do. If you continuously ignore your higher self, it will send you nudges, even a slap on your face, and a solid jolt to get your attention. How many of you, when you're sleeping, sometimes you feel as if you're slipping off a cliff? This is because the life is waking you up, saying, good morning, wake up. It's time to move your life because your calling is much, much greater. Your creator believes in you. Tap into your inner calling. As you can see, she's sitting quietly, her hand on her heart. She's feeling herself. How many of you are doing it on a daily basis? This is very important. Don't tell me you don't have time, because you make the time to do what you want, like maybe procrastinate. Number one priority we do. We love to sometimes procrastinate when you do not know how to do things, or you definitely wash your face. I'm sure you are good for a little, to the next room, at least if you do not go for walks or something. You find the damn time to even watch the TV or to play a game on the mobile. Where there is a will, there is a way. Yes, the Bible says God will make a way when there seems to be no way. But again, my friends, God does not force you to do things. He has given you something known as wisdom, free will, and common sense. And I'm sure you lack neither. If you are lacking it, just dial into me and let me really knock some common sense into you with love, the kindness, and even if you need the discipline that you need to make that transformation in your life. Stop searching outside yourself for every single answer. There's only one answer. Be who you were born to be. Be who you were sent to be. Work on the plans of the Creator. We all are living in a time of high technology. We love to create presentations, come on Zoom, prepare ourselves in the way we are presenting and doing everything. Everything is a presentation and preparing things, right? So why aren't you being who you are born to be for what you are sent to be? Because you are again special. Deep within you already know what makes you feel alive. You just have to pay attention. I find journaling to be the most powerful way to do this, but you can also do this as part of your meditation or while walking or sitting on the beach. Connect with nature. As a counselor, I strongly advise you that do not disconnect with nature. That is very, very important. More so in these times when we are so connected with the Zoom and other stuff online, we have to connect with nature to live that balanced life. Go out for a walk. I know, like right now in the UAE, it is killing heat. I would only go out if I want to die, literally. I prefer sitting in my comfort in the AC. So if you have visited my Facebook and seen some latest live video that I did, where I put rain behind me, and I was enjoying the screen, seeing the nature, the beauty, because it gave me so much energy and so much life. Even sometimes take out your shoes or slippers, take out those footwear, connect with Mother Earth. It is important to walk barefoot. It is not something like, I'm sorry to say this, but as we were growing up, many times elders told us, Don't act like a beggar. You can afford some shoes. I bought you shoes and slippers. Wear that. Do not even in the house walk like that. But my friend, have you ever thought, why are the poor people much more happier, have that beautiful glow inside out more than you, even though you might be rich financially? Because money cannot buy everything. That is why the Bible says you cannot serve two gods, God and money. And here I'm not saying money is bad. Please, many times again, we've heard that in our childhood. Money is bad. Money is the root of all evil, my friends. Money is just paper. It can't do anything. It depends how and where you use it. Use it wisely and correctly. Use it to help and invest somewhere in the right places. And I will assure you, money is not bad. And please correct me. We have our pastor out here, and he's definitely listening to me. And if I'm contradicting the word of scripture, please correct me, because honestly, I have seen that people always drilling it into us that money is bad. It's how and what you do with that money. Are you gambling with it? Are you over drinking and abusing your life? It is definitely evil, but otherwise, use it wisely. So that's where I'm inviting you to for that personal, wonderful time with yourself. Trust yourself and stop being a people's pleaser. I'm not asking you not to respect people. Respect what people say, hear them, but stop being a people's pleaser, my friend. Everybody matters in this world but you. We are always caring. What will uncle, auntie, mommy, daddy, brothers, sisters, neighbors, and God damn it, no, some people who have nothing to do in your life. That is why, again, even for social media, I remember when people said, oh, the youngsters are affected, they are addicted to social media. I am on social media all the time. I'm not affected. I know where to draw the line. So you need to know where to draw the line. If you go on social media and try to please somebody to make that faking it out, or you are happy with all those likes and those comments, my friends, you are pleasing people. Connect with people who are true to you, who really love you for who you are, not what you are. So that's where I ask you, before being a people's pleaser, be first a God pleaser and your own pleaser. And I'm inviting those who are of my similar faith to tap into the very common, awesome prayer that we always speak about, is the Our Father. We always use the line is there, may your will be done as it is done in heaven. But what are we doing, my friends? We put God to the side and tell him, hey, you just wait there, okay? Please stay there. Your place is on top. I need to please everybody on earth. You don't matter. But when things go wrong in our life, we will be hands joined, kneeling down and say, oh God, help us. What do I do? Help me, Lord. But have you sought his will so that his will is done on earth as it is in heaven? Because that's what the angels do. They do his will. That's why heaven is such a beautiful place. When people die, I always send them a message. The person is not dead. Do not use the word the person died, but the person has just moved on to another beautiful life. Visionary leaders do things differently. That's why they stand out. Like, as you can see, our dearest queen. She's the greatest visionary leader, and she does things so differently. And I just love it. They question the norm to find what's right for them. And right now, I have a little exercise for you to do. Sit back, put away your pen and your paper, close your eyes. It will just take a second, and I've got a few minutes to conclude my session, but I will do this exercise definitely. Close your eyes, sit back, put your hands on your heart, and repeat after me. I trust my ability to make the best decisions for me. We'll repeat again 2 more times. I trust my ability to make the best decisions for me. I trust my ability to make the best decisions for me. Now you may gently open your eyes. Feel the fear that I'm calling you to, and take the first step like this little child. If you don't wake up excited to start your day, rip off the bandage, make a change, or start taking action. Maintaining alignment will take practice. Nothing happens overnight or instant, because, my friends, you are not the 2 minutes Maggie instant noodles. You are gorgeous. You are handsome. You are worthy. You are all capable. So fear is a part of us and will always be there, but it can't rule you unless you let it. So take action towards your goal anyway. You don't have to know how or feel ready or worthy. Just go do it like this little child, and you will start making success with small baby steps. Pause as I made you to pause, and keep your hand on your heart. Rethink and create a to-do list. A to-do list is very important. I constantly outline my goals and dreams, and I title it Creating the Life I Want and I am called to live. I make it a point to set goals for myself, not others, because I don't rule others' lives. I identify the actions that will get me there and schedule each weekly, quarterly 90 days, 6 monthly, yearly, 5 years, and 10 years goals. This helps me to remain focused, saves my time and my energy. All plans are useless without implementing. So when you plan, be sure to take your baby steps and start implementing. Before you get out of bed in the morning, this should be your daily routine. Breathe a prayer first thing. Then ask yourself, what is important today? What is God expecting of me? And what am I expecting of myself? What would make me sleep well tonight? Most of the things we do all day disconnect us from ourselves. So practice tuning it daily on a regular basis. So as I earlier mentioned, the journaling, you could even do it in the morning. Have your another to-do list quickly to just bullet point what you need. You do not need to sit on for hours. 5 minutes is good. What comes into your mind at that moment. I know you've just woken up. You are still sleepy, but I want you to work with your unconscious mind here. Recognize that you are worthy. You have everything you need. Last, but not the least, this may feel strange to you in the beginning, but when you are working in the right direction, it is all worth it. Create the ripple effect, and leave a legacy, because you need to keep passing it on like this drop of water. Do the work today to create the tomorrow of your dreams. Live a life on purpose. You have everything you need. The power is within you. Set free, What is holding you back? This is my dearest and favorite statement that I have created, that the power is within you, not within me or within anyone. And it's within you that you will find your creator also. So how beautiful is that? Every power is within you. Just, I've missed a slide for you all to read it also, which I've already shared with you the words. Yeah, the power is within you. Set free what is holding you back. And then, as I nearly on the point of concluding, it is mold your future and life. Starting today, now is your time to say yes to yourself. And this picture is not only of yourself, but the creator who is the potter. He has made this beautiful vessel of you. And what are you doing with that? So it's all in your hands, my friends. Freshly baked. I have baked you into something awesome. I'm sure your minds are shaken and you are ready to make that wonderful transformation today, because today is a new day. And I ask you to turn a fresh leaf in your book of life and start a new chapter. As recently, a few days back, I attended another event where a beautiful queen and her most handsome husband, His Highness, has also launched awesome books. These people don't ever stop. Oh my God, looks like they are all going to overtake Amazon and the whole library. I just don't really understand that. But again, new chapter, they are always ready to make that change, that transformation, that new start. So you too, if she can do it, you can also do it. Because right now, I have cooked you and baked you fresh. It is all about you. And here is the last. Wisdom. What is wisdom? This is another homework. Besides writing your 8 values and your beliefs, write what you have learned from my presentation and hold it close to your heart. Read it again and again and again if you need to do it. And here is my contact details. If you want to reach out to me, I am very happy, as already Queen has introduced me, that I'm a business and a leadership coach, a counselor, a mother of 2 awesome young adults. And yes, I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I'm also giving you my email. And here, if you like, you can scan my QR code for my website to download. There is also, you can buy my books. Some are to be purchased, some are which are launched, some which are still to be launched. So thank you so much once again for hearing me and being freshly baked by me. God bless each one of you. Thank you, my queen. Over to you.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. What a great day, and what a great time, and the way we've really started the masterclass today is so amazing. And I want to say thank you so much, Ambassador Dr. Daphne Saul, the business
much.
coach, a
I
powerful,
appreciate you.
strong woman that is doing a great work.
Praise
Bishop,
God for that.
do you know, Bishop Nelson, do you know that our great speaker is from Pakistan? Even though she lives at Dubai, she's also originally from Pakistan.
God bless you. God bless you.
As a
Thank you
great
so
leader
much.
out there doing a great thing. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
ma'am. We really
I
appreciate.
really appreciate you. And Thank you for sharing this most important point that I am from Pakistan. And here I love to share this because it's so important from the faith that I come in, that today I'm celebrating my 1 year of being the president for the women empowerment in Pakistan. And
Yeah.
I have been awarded the Fakhre Pakistan. So Pakistan Zindabad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Long live
Wow.
Pakistan.
Wow. Great leader. Salute. Congratulations, Dr. Dot.
Well done.
I am honored. I am honored.
Yes,
Thank
and
you. And I'm
guess what?
Praying
humbled.
for you. I will pray for
And
you.
guess what?
I need that.
That is just the beginning, because the best is yet to come for you.
Definitely.
So be
Definitely.
ready. Yes,
And just
you
one
can.
last line. As you said, yes, you can. You have given me so much power, your queen. And I will tell you today, as you have heard me, I just share one thing. I was a very silent, a quiet, and a very shy person, never ever to be heard. And this is where I have made the transformation. So as you can see the transformation, tapping on the power of the creator and my own inner power. So yes, I can. Yes, we can. And thank you. Yes, you can international. God bless.
Yes, yes, you can. Let me quickly show you something. The book that I have, my first book, ever book I've written, that I started writing, or let me say that I started changing my chapter for almost 30 years. Just as you said, that it took you a long while for you to speak out. The same thing happens to me in the story that I've shared in this book. I mean, for many years, I was afraid to face anybody. I was afraid to speak out. I was afraid to be a leader. I was afraid to connect with people. I like to hide myself in a corner, reading my own books. But then there is always time for everything. So it was God's time for me to come out with a message to the world of, yes, you can. So thank you so much for sharing your story as well. You see, we all have a common story. There will always be a story behind every successful woman and man. So I want to say thank you, and keep shining, keep striving, keep focusing, and keep on saying to yourself, yes, I can. So we really appreciate you, ma'am.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, let's move forward to our next speaker. And very soon I'm going to be acknowledging one of our matron that is in our midst. But let me just move on first to introduce to us our next speaker, Ambassador Von Tango. I hope he will correct me later. A professional inspirational speaker, educator, facilitator, and Amazon best-selling author. Von Erich is a positive influential mentor and coach of public speaking, clarity, and confidence building. He started his coaching and mentoring program called Confidently Speaking Institute in 2019, and published his best-selling book titled Say It Loud, Say It Proud. Wow, I love to have that book as well. Last July of 2020. His work is about the importance of communication, learn the art of public speaking, and confidence in presentation. He was also a facilitator in his community in anger management, coordinator of youth leadership program, as well as speech crafts in University of Alberta and Saskatchewan Multicultural Association. He is a distinguished Toastmaster, DTM, the highest distinguished in Toastmasters International, Ace Club member, mentor of Chuck and Duster Toastmaster Club in District 1998, and now is currently serving as area director in District 1999. Combining a sense of responsibilities with gentleness and humor, he states his mission clearly. I was born to bring out the best in people by sharing my experience in the mechanic and dynamic of confident communication so that others can realize their dreams. So Ambassador Von Eric is a licensed teacher and had a background in customer service and marketing in the Philippines before moving to Canada in 2008. He now speaks globally in different platforms, organizations, and schools to share his mission and vision. So, before I introduce him to us, may I request, please, that we all mute ourselves. We want to listen to only one person in this place, and that is the only way we can learn. So please, when you join us, mute yourself so that we can listen. So now we welcome Ambassador Von Eric Tandok to the platform.
Thank you, Her Excellency Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth. Thank you. May please allow me to share my screen. Yeah, can you? All right, so you can allow me to share my screen now. There you go. Awesome. Okay, I hope everyone see my screen. Hey. And I'm going to time myself as well. Emotional intelligence. Okay. So our topic for today is about emotional intelligence, but most importantly, we will going to tackle one main aspect wherein the title here is how can EQ or emotional intelligence help you to recover from failure and avoid loss. I'm listening to Sister Daphne and I'm writing down some of her good points. And yes, it's good way to see the life. But this time, let's focus our mind shift first to the failures. There you go. Thank you for having me here. By the way, Dr. Queen Elizabeth, thank you for inviting me. And morning from Alberta. So it's now 4 o'clock. We started 3 o'clock in my time. So very good morning, early morning. And I don't need to tell about myself as our dear Dr. Queen Elizabeth already introduced me. And of course, it's an honor. I'm humbled to be with the esteemed speakers, transformational coach, and leaders. So it's an honor to share the virtual stage with you, to all of you. Now, since we are dealing with failures, I would like you to show these famous failures. If you are very familiar with them, of course, Abraham Lincoln, Bill Gates, of course, Oprah, Steve Jobs. We also have J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, we know she was rejected 12 times before she make it big in her book. Well known, and she's the first billionaire from the author side. We also have Henry Ford, was a failure at 3 businesses before finally succeeding with Ford Motor Company at age 53. Wow, age 53. So it's not too late. Age doesn't matter. Thomas Edison, another famous failure. Okay? He was too stupid to learn anything, but yet we all know, yeah. Of course, Albert Einstein, he also failed. That means to say, we failed many times before we succeed. Michael Jordan was cut in his high school basketball team, but yet he was regarded as the best NBA player in the world. And of course, who can't forget the creator of Mickey Mouse, right? Walt Disney. You told him he has no idea, and yet he created Disneyland. So that's a famous failure. Now, if I'm going to ask you, are you comfortable to share at least one of your biggest failure in life? Probably let's start with Pastor. Pastor Nelson, are you comfortable to share at least one biggest failure in your life? It's okay if no, but if you want to share your one biggest failure in life, can you remember one biggest failure of your life, Pastor? Let's have a little bit of vulnerability here. So let's be vulnerable, and if you can mention at least biggest failure of your life, if you can share, yes, a brief. What is that? Probably you failed to finish your master's degree on time. That's okay. That's a failure. Or probably you failed to make that doctorate in time, or probably, yeah. So any failure, not so big as long as you can share one failure.
Yeah, one of my failure in life is um, being afraid to step forward for a longest time. And that really pains me because I believe it's a failure because I was afraid to move forward. I was afraid to stand out. I was afraid to speak out, and I let it go. I mean, I was in that situation for many years, and I call that one a failure because I could have started earlier than this.
Thank you for sharing. I'm about to call you after. Yeah. Anybody else? Anyone who wants to share one of his or her
It's
biggest
fear of
failure?
failure to me. Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. Yes, that's common. I do have that kind of failure too. Anybody? Hey, fear of failure, failure of stepping forward. We all have failure in life. I haven't seen any person who said no failure. Because if you don't fail, then most likely you are not trying. If you don't commit mistakes, that means to say you're not doing something in your life. So failure is part of our life, and failure is not an opposite. It's not an opposite of success. It's part of success. We have to take into consideration that we divide failure. We have three types of failure. Number one, preventable. So you can prevent failure. If you failed because you were not able to prevent it, probably the reason is you lack training, you lack preparation, you lack attention to details. That's why you fail. Another type of failure is, of course, unavoidable failure. When you lost your business during the pandemic, that's an unavoidable failure. You don't have a control on the pandemic, or probably you lost that business, let's say in oil business, and the oil around the world shoot up, then you don't have control. So that is unavoidable failure. The last type of failure is intelligent failure. What is intelligent failure? Probably you notice that the listen here in intelligent failure is clear. If something works, then continue doing it. If something's wrong, then you have to check your vision board, you have to check that drawing board, or you need adjustment. So that is type of intelligence failure. Okay. Right, moving on. Okay, check these failures. I want you to pay attention to these failures. They are not as famous as the famous failures that I've shown to you earlier, but check these failures. And while reading these failures, while listening to these failures, also reflect with me. This guy or gentleman failed to enroll in law school after finishing his political science degree. So he failed to enroll in law school, although he wants to be in law school. Next one, he failed to finish his master's degree. Another failure, that failed to enter Asia's military school. Next failure, failed to migrate to United States of America. The next failure, probably this is type of loss rather than a failure, or probably, but lost his both parents at young age of 16. So if you still have your parents at your age right now, then consider yourself lucky, consider yourself blessed. So this gentleman lost his parents both at the young age of 16. Next failure, failed in his first attempt in MLM business. So most likely he lost money. MLM stands for multi-level marketing. Wow. Failed to win the heart of the first girl he loved in college. So if you failed the girl of your dreams during your younger years, that's okay. It's because there's someone who is right for you. Failure to win the area speech contest 3 years in a row. So this gentleman is club champion in speech contest 3 years in a row, and he's the representative of that organization to the next level, which is the area speech contest. But unfortunately, he lost 3 years in a row. The closest is he is always second place. And his dream is to win the area contest so that he will go to the next level, which is the division contest. So this is the speech contest. This is another failure or another loss, probably. He lost his weekend job as fast food manager during the pandemic. Okay, so if you ever lost your job or your business in pandemic, that's okay. Okay. Next one. Recently, he failed to complete a 100-day challenge. But this gentleman is still continuing the challenge even if the 100-day challenge is over. So he keeps on trying. Do you know who is this person I'm talking about? This person is no other than me. That's are the few failures that he faced in his life before and recently. Now, if I'm going to mention all the failures in my life, probably I need another 30 minutes of presentation, and that's not fair. So I just uh, selected the failures that I know. Now, what is the part of emotional intelligence in those failures? Your failure, my failure, everybody's failure. So there are four parts here. Emotional is perceiving emotions. You need to perceive your emotion. Also, you need to use your emotion, and you need to understand your emotion. And of course, you need to manage your emotion. Those are 4 simple tips. How to recover from failure and avoid loss using your emotional intelligence. There you go. So another slide here. Just a recap. Understanding your emotion. As we all know, emotional intelligence is understanding your emotion and those people around you. Then you manage your emotions. So if you are in your deepest, lowest part of your life, you need to manage your emotion. Yes, it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to cry. But the most important here is you stand up, get up, show up, dress up, whatever you feel, and move on. And you need to perceive your emotions. I would like to share a story about an NBA superstar that I'm following. His name is Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. And Milwaukee Bucks is one of the team in National Basketball Association. NBA, by the way, is the number one and biggest league in the world. They recently lost the second round of playoff just last 2 months ago. And although his team has just been defeated, Antetokounmpo wasn't defeated. Antetokounmpo is the superstar of Milwaukee Bucks, and they lost to Boston Celtics. And he said, at the end of the day, we were playing sports, and there's a winner and there's a loser. There you go. So that's the punchline. But at the end of the day, this is a learning curve. Nobody promised you to be in the second round of the playoff. There's people that have never been in the second round. That's true. Not all people. There's people that have never been in the NBA finals. That's true. So in my first 7 season, I'm not viewing it as a loss. It was a learning experience according to him, and hopefully this moment, instead of thinking that we lost something, we can gain and learn in order for us to put ourselves in a position to win another championship. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of wisdom in those words of Antetokounmpo, which are very rich in lesson for entrepreneurs, for business leaders, coaches, and anyone else chasing their version of success. But beyond that, that interview was a masterclass in emotional intelligence. So that's his interview when they lost the playoff. So you see, there's a winner, there's a loser. And don't view it as a failure. Failure is inevitable. It's not a signal to give up. Rather, failure is just an opportunity. Opportunity to learn, to correct your mistakes, and to fine-tune your product. And the next time when you learn from your failure and mistakes, the next stage, the next result is success. So there's a lot of wisdom from that young Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's just only 26 years old, but there's a wisdom. Now, how we deal with the loss is just as important as succeeding. If you are ready to accept success, then you should also be ready to accept your loss. And again, that is an intelligence kind of failure. You will learn. You're going to adjust your process, your methods, your steps. Right? Ironically, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how could they were to success when they are about to give up. If you view yourself failure, then you're a failure. Because most often time we quit, we stop. But if you're really passionate, you have that dedication, you have that enthusiasm, then you will not stop until you become successful. Okay? Another point here is using your emotional intelligence to recover from failure and avoid loss is probably resiliency. You should be resilient. Now, again, resilience does not eliminate stress or is erase life's difficulty, but allows you to tackle or accept problems, live through adversity, and move with your life. That is resiliency. Right? Another is probably vulnerability. That's why I ask some of you, what are your biggest failure in life? Be vulnerable. I shared many of my failures to you, and I'm vulnerable. Now, there are 5 components of emotional intelligence that will help you avoid loss, and that is self awareness. You should be self aware. It's the ability to focus on yourself in your action, thoughts, or emotions. So, that is self awareness. So that's number one component of emotional intelligence that will help you to avoid your loss. Next one is self regulation. You have to regulate yourself. You need to control yourself. You need to control your emotion. Empathy is another one. What is empathy? We all know that. Putting yourself to other shoes. That is one way to help you recover from loss. Next is motivation. What we are doing right now is we are motivating. So join a webinar, join conference, even if you're not the speaker, just to motivate yourself. Read books, watch videos, inspirational videos, so that, right? Or maybe the one that I showed you, the famous failure. Why not read it? To remind yourself that even the most successful people on earth, they also failed, and not only once. And lastly, social skills, a component of emotional intelligence that help you to develop your social skills. Go with positive people. Get a mentor. Hire a coach. Right? If you need help, join clubs, organizations to improve your social skill, to improve your communication skills. So those are the 5 components of emotional intelligence that will help us to recover from loss, and you will going to avoid losses. The greatest failure, or should I say the greatest success, comes from having the freedom to fail. Again, failure is inevitable, but don't consider yourself a failure. It's part of your life. It's part of your success. It's part of moving up. Nobody promises that if we climb the mountain, it's very smooth. No, there's challenges when you climb the mountain. Even those who climb the highest, the tallest mountain, the Mount Everest, right? They face failures along the way, but they don't give up. They did not stop until they reached the summit. Now, I'm going to give you tips for emotional recovery. And number one, you need to build self-awareness. Probably one of the hardest skill to learn is self-awareness. So what is self-awareness? Is the ability to focus on yourself. Again, the second one for emotional recovery is practice active listening. So active listening. Number three, you need to have empathy. Practice empathy. That is your tips to emotional recovery. This is the one of the most important. Number four, learn to regulate your emotions. Right? How are you going to regulate your emotions? Probably practice mindfulness, pray, have a moments of silence. You reflect, you visualize. When you regulate your emotions, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. When you are in a situation, you're having an anxiety, then take a deep breath. That is one way on how are you going to regulate your emotion. Number five, last tip to emotional recovery, learn to motivate yourself. That's the most important. Treat every failure not as a loss but as a gain, a learning experience that puts you one step closer to achieving your goal. So I'm encouraging you, everyone, treat every failure. It's a gain, actually, that will help you one step closer to achieving your goal. So don't stop. I remember when the founder of KFC, Colonel Sanders, at the age of 62 or 63, he never stopped. He was failure. He was rejected many times in his, what do you call this one? Recipe. Until he decided to put up his own restaurant, and the rest is history, as we said. So don't stop. The founder of McDonald's actually is also a failure. He's not a successful businessman. Ray Kroc, at the age of 52 or 53, he started his franchise of McDonald's. Right? So even if you are 53 or 60 or 70, as long as you're living, there's always hope. Don't stop. Okay, there you go. That's the end of my presentation. If you want to get hold of me too, so you can find me in Facebook. I'm also in LinkedIn. Also, I have my website, www.bonerictandok.com. I learned something from Daphne that you need to scan. So that's one thing that one of the nuggets I learned. So thank you for that. Of course, you can email me too, confidentlyspeakinginstitute@gmail.com. So thank you for lending your ears. Thank you very much. I hope I gave value on how to recover from our loss and how to recover from failure. Over to you, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth. Thank you for the
Wow,
opportunity.
wow. What a great teacher. Thank you so much. I'm learning a lot from this mindset masterclass. I believe we are all doing the same thing. Learning is living, learning is lifelong, and learning should be our lifestyle because the more we learn, the more we are growing our mindset. And like I always say, there is the fixed mindset and there is growth mindset. But what we are focusing on in this place is updating our knowledge, upgrading ourselves, and also growing our mindset. And what a great teacher that we have on this platform, feeding us, enlightening us, and opening our eyes, leading us to our purpose. because all these great teachings, they are very, very good. What can we say about emotional intelligence? I think I personally, I'm still working on it because I'm not perfect. And for me to sit right in front of Ambassador YY.C.I and listen to this stuff of building self-awareness, ability to focus on yourself, practice active listening, and practice empathy is very, very important. Because if we are going to add value to ourselves, then we need to learn how do we add value to ourselves. And if we are going to add value to others, it has to start from us, because we cannot change people, but we can change ourselves to influence others. So I want to say thank you very much for teaching us this morning. And I believe this is not, I know this is your first time of fully teaching at the YYCI platform. And I believe that you are still coming back. So put pause or comma to what you've taught us today, because we might be knocking your door again and again for you to come and enlighten us and lead us the way. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for the teaching. And thank you so much, especially when it is the early morning. That's a big sacrifice in your area. Waking up at this time, I believe you have passion. And then I believe that you love us so much. And you're excited to come and teach us early in the morning. So I want to say thank you, sir. And we appreciate you. I believe every one of us has really learned from this. We could have loved to round up everything for you, but I believe that we are learning, because we are great teachers, we are great leaders. So if you still miss some points, I will invite you to visit our Yes You Can International TV and YouTube channel, and you can replay it again and again until you get it. They always say that sometimes when you go to conference, you only absorb few, but you need to absorb all. And the only way to do that is to go back and retake and replay and listen to our speakers. That's the way to grow. Because until you understand it, you will never be able to take action. Until you get the clear picture and clarify of what you've listened to today, you won't be able to practice or implement it. And I believe we are here for transformation. So thank you so much, Ambassador Eric, for being with us today and teaching us. Thank you once again, Dr. Duffy, for starting the World Show with us today. And now we need to move on. But please, like I announced, allow me to introduce our matron. They are on this platform. They are also learning, because they believe in my mission of we learn together, we grow together, and we make an impact together. So allow me to welcome them on this platform to quickly say hi to us as we put on the next speaker. So Queen Nadia Ariri is the founder and director of Success World One, and she is also our matron. So allow me to acknowledge her presence here today. The stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Greetings, everyone. Hi, everybody. Salam alaikum. Namaste. Thank you, my queen sister. As you know, I believe in you. I believe in your vision. And I believe that being united all together and learning from one another will really change the mindset of the humanity, because what we are learning, we are spreading it around us. I was listening to Dr. Daphne and Eric. Wow. What I learned a lot. What great leaders. Bravo. I learned from Daphne, and I loved when she said, connect to nature. Yes, because nature is abundance in abundance. And it is exactly what you are, abundance in abundance. Just focus on yourself, go from within to search who you are, and you will understand the world around you. And you will understand why you are here and what you have to achieve in your life and to reveal the best talent. Eric was talking about the failures. Wow, the failures, he said, I need 20 minutes more to give all my failures. I can assure you, Eric, I need weeks and weeks to speak about all my failures. And this is the reality. And if today I am able to join you today, it's because I have learned a lot from my failures. And when I understood that my failures were, in fact, my biggest strength, I understood that failures, finally, they are blessings because you are learning. If you succeed everything, if you are successful all the time, if you never face any failure, you will never be able to go higher and higher and know more about your capacity and all that. So failures are blessings from God. We are learning, and life is the biggest teacher in our life. Congratulations to everyone, and congratulations to you, my queen sister. I am really fan of you. Continue to do the great work to impact the world with your passion for humanity and education, the transformational mindset. Wow. And I will always be here for you. Thank you to everyone. I am here. I continue to learn. And hi to all my brothers and sisters here. And Pastor Nelson, I love you, you know. You are always present here. Thank you. So thank you so much, my queen sister. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your presence. We appreciate your wisdom. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your prayers. Thank you for being the matron of YYCI International. Thank you for always sacrificing your time to be committed to our meetings and events and everything you are contributing to, even in our group, WhatsApp group. We really appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am. And may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord protect you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. And thank you again for joining us today. So we need to move on now to the next speaker, which I'll have to jump because the next speaker is supposed to be Professor Shashikuman, but I believe he's still on his way, or maybe something is mixed up somewhere. But then we will move on to the next speaker. And our next speaker will be Ambassador Dr. Adeogun Joseph Kayode. He is the international sought-after keynote speaker. He is the multiple award-winning certified content marketing strategist, communication and leadership coach, and certified public speaker, widely regarded as the go-to source on leadership, entrepreneurship, and management. He has over 15 years experience in content, marketing strategy, communications, and leadership coaching, and public speaking. Presently, he works as a part-time lecturer at Graduate Institute of Mass Communication and Management Technology, where he teaches new media, public speaking, and digital marketing. As a published author, He has the following books to his credit: 20 Golden Rules of Goal Setting, Building Self-Esteem, Leading Without Tears, Nuggets for School Leadership Volume 1 and 2, Snippets for Student Success, and 10 Ways to Position Yourself as a Social Media Manager, and Fundamentals of Freelance Writing, Rudiments of New Media, Essential Guides to Public Speaking, Basic of Digital Marketing, and Tap into Your Resourceful. So I know he has more than this, but we just will try to reduce so that we can hear directly from his own wisdom. So allow me to welcome Ambassador Dr. Adiogun Joseph Kayode to this platform.
All right, it is a pleasure to be on this platform. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate everyone on this call. Foremost on the list is my African queen. I call her African queen, and she's indeed African queen. And that is Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Adefolaju. I thank you very much, immensely, from the depth of my heart for this opportunity. I call it privilege that you have afforded me to be on this international platform with renowned international speakers. I also want to appreciate all the speakers that have taken their time to make insightful presentation on how we can transform our mindset. First on the list is Dr. Dalvin Torres. She has helped us to see how we can live a life on purpose. And she mentioned in our presentation that for you to live a life on purpose is like chasing a dream and making it a reality. I tell you, my note here is well filled with lined up activities that I need to take from your presentation. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for that thought-provoking presentation. And then my very dear friend, I also want to appreciate you too. And that is Von Herrick Tandok. You have always been an inspiration to me, even before we connected on Facebook. I've followed you severally before I made up my mind that you are someone of like mind that needs to be followed. And I tell you, since we have followed each other, we've been enjoying some conversations on the social media platform. Your presentation has also opened my mind to see failure as part of a success, to practice active listening and self-awareness. You have also helped me to see that for me to add value to others, I need to value myself. And then while making a contribution, our African Queen also established exactly what I was passing through before I get myself. And that is, I was ashamed of making myself known to the world, even with the knowledge and years of experience that I've acquired. In a word, it was a failure to me, because few individuals that have connected with me recently now realize that I should have connected with them before now. But like she rightly said, there's a reason for everything, and God knows why that happened. And I appreciate the fact that I connect with my African Queen, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Adefolaju. All right, without brief appreciation of facilitators before me and the convener of today's events, I also want to appreciate everyone on this call for sacrificing your precious time to be here. So I'm having the privilege to speak on the topic, mindset for transformation. I was having a conversation with the Queen on WhatsApp chat, and it got done in my conversation with her that so many individuals have a wrong mindset as to what success involves. They have a wrong mindset as to how to achieve their goals, their missions. I don't know if Queen Elizabeth can remember the conversation on WhatsApp chat. And as such, they allow themselves to be put in their comfort zone. They cannot move forward and they cannot move beyond where they are. They are like a stagnant water. So for you to achieve success, for your purpose to be achieved, your mindset has to be transformed. And as such, I will be premising my conversation on my discussion on some quotes as regards mindset transformation. Steve Maraboli once said that once your mindset changes, everything on the other side will change along with it. I take that again. Once your mindset changes, everything on the other side will change alongside with it. Do you know what that means? When you change your mindset as regards a particular belief, a particular culture that you highly regard and is limiting you, if you have a mindset shift, a paradigm shift of your mindset as regard what is happening around you or the culture that is limiting you, I tell you, happiness, success is not far from you. If you have a purpose-driven life thought as regards achieving your purpose, and you make the necessary adjustments, success will always be by your side. Still on Steve Maraboli, he also said that happiness has to do with your mindset, not with the outside circumstances. It is not necessarily the money you have. It is not necessarily the properties that you have acquired. It is not necessarily the happiness, the titles that you have acquired over the years, whether you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are an accountant, whatever you find yourself thriving at. Success does not hinge on that. Happiness does not stop there. Your happiness has to do with your mindset, not the outside circumstances that you are struggling with. And more importantly, your happiness depends on your mindset and your attitude towards what you are passing through or the challenges you are trying to manage or you are struggling with. Let me compare the mindset to a muscle. All right, you know what muscle is? Your mindset is just like a muscle. The more you exercise it, what happens? The more stronger it gets, right? Good. The more stronger it gets. The stronger it gets, the more it can expand. So for you to be transformed, for you to achieve a purpose-driven life, you need to look at your mindset. So as a leadership coach and communication expert, I'm going to be focusing my presentation on mindset transformation for leaders. A balance act faced by many leaders from my experience over the years, it involves transactional and transformational leadership. And do you know what I mean by that? It is a balancing hard work of effort that we need to look at. We need to look at transactional and transformational leadership. And how can this help you when you allow your mindset to be transformed to achieve success or to achieve a purpose-driven life? Many leaders, from my experience, and from the research I've conducted with international organizations, it reveals that many leaders, they have an abundance of good transactional skills, right? Now, what they often need or what they often lack is transformational skills. Transformational skills in this context is the ability to create what I would call a psychological case for action, as well as a technical and business case for action. So the question is, what is the difference between transformational and transactional leadership? Simply put, a transactional leader focuses on routine and regimented activities. I take that again. A transactional leader focuses on routine and regimented activities. You know what it does? He invests most of his energy in making sure that meetings run on time, that administrative details are properly handled, and that completed tasks are noted on checklists. Yes, that's a transactional leader. But a transformational leader focuses primarily on initiating and managing change. I take that again. A transformational leader, as against a transactional leader, focuses on primarily and initiating change. It influences people to improve. It stretches and it redefines what is possible. And that is what our African Queen, Professor Queen Elizabeth, is doing. She's connecting with young leaders. She's connecting with people of like minds to transform the world, to transform people's lives, to transform people's mindsets on how to achieve success. And that is what is expected of a transformational leader. A transactional leader will be limited because what if things are not working? What if his subordinates are not keeping up to task? He will struggle to achieve the mission and the vision of his organization. But a transformational leader will always influence others to achieve their goals. Even when he is not there, even when he is not available, others are there to take after him, to carry on where he stops. And that is what John C. Maxwell mentioned. If you are my friend on Facebook, you will notice that I pinned one of John C. Maxwell's posts, and this video has been of inspiration to me. It is a timeless advice for every leader that wants to jumpstart their strategic growth or career transformation. John C. Maxwell mentioned, as we all know, that is an international leadership guru. One of his books, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, he mentioned that he never wishes to write as much book as he has written today. But growth allows you to continue to improve yourself, that you become a lifelong learner. And as such, it wants to make you to transform the lives of people, to improve people's lives. And as such, you will want to go beyond what is expected of you to achieve that. Go and listen to that conversation. It was actually an interview, and this actually helped him to transform people's life as far as leadership is concerned. And that is what is expected of a transformational leader. It transforms the lives of people, it transforms the lives of people around him, and it makes positive change in people's lives. Transactional leaders involve making sure that trains runs on time. You know, like I mentioned, you have a routine task to carry out, you have a routine checklist to take care of, but a transformational things involve ensuring that the train is on the right track. Did you get that analogy? So I take that again. Transactional leaders focuses on making sure that trains runs on time. That's what it focuses on. But a transformational leader ensures that the train is on the right track. Yes, he focuses that it runs well. He also focuses that it runs on the right track, and that is headed in that, and that it is headed in the right direction, and that everyone who wants to make the trip has a ticket. That is what is expected of a transformational leader. Now, what I've just said or the analogy I've just given you so far may sound like an academic gobbledygook, but in the real world of real work, it matters. You need to be a transformational leader, not just a transactional leader. Would Blame, who has a book that lent helpful perspective to the topic, 7 Principles of Transformational Leader, create a mindset of passion and innovation and growth, also emphasize on the importance of transformational leadership. Even Roger Dean Duncan, in his book, You Can Write About a Mindset You Call JDTM, Just Doing the Millennium, emphasize what contributes to that perspective of being a transformational leader in achieving your goal. A transformational leader focuses on influencing others and also changing their mindsets to achieve their purpose. With Blaine, the number 1 contributor says that to achieving your purpose is lack of purposeful living. For employees or leaders to engage in doing their very best, what they must have fallen in love with is a hope, a dream, or aspiration. And when it is properly done, it creates values for your customer. If you focus on transforming the life of others, not just on routine activities, it influences the life of others. I mean, when I say others, as an employer or as a leader, you'll be able to influence your employees, you'll be able to influence your subordinates and have positive influence in transforming their life. And you will be able to help them to overcome obstacles, to break down barriers, to underperformance. And these are the employees who run to work in the morning with you because of the contribution they want to make, because you are influencing their lives. They are not focusing on the money you are giving to them. They are not focusing on the salary. They are focusing on influencing others. They are focusing on achieving the mission and the vision of your organization. All right? When you are a transactional leader, your employees will focus on doing eye service. You know, when they realize that you are available, they pretend as if they are serious. They are busy with their responsibility. And when you turn your back or when you are not available, you see them doing otherwise. But a transformational leader, whether you are available or you are not available, you have influenced their life and they are ready to do anything. As it were, in my colloquial language in Nigeria, they can die for you. They can die for you. They can go extra mile to die, to stake their neck for you because their life has been positively influenced. So leaders must have a leadership purpose that is noble, uplifting, and that enables your employees to flourish. You need to create an ownership mindset in the minds of your employees. Let them take the job, let them take the work as if it is theirs. Even when you are not available, they are always there to make sure that things run. They are not routine workers. You know, when you are a routine employee, you easily get frustrated, you know, when the chips are down. But as an influencer, or as an employee that is transformed by a transformational leader, you are always looking for loopholes to get filled. You're always looking for opportunities to impact lives. You're always looking for opportunities to make sure that the right thing is done at the right time. So it is your responsibility. It behooves on you as a leader to change the minds of your employees, to change the minds of your followers by being a transformational leader, not just a transactional leader. Yeah, the onus hinges on you to decide whether you want to be a transactional leader, from what I've said so far, or you want to be a transformational leader. But your guess is as good as mine that if you are a transformational leader, you get to go first. You get to influence the life of others. and you get to achieve your purpose within a short space of time because you have individuals who are there to work for you, who are there to die for you, who are there to influence the life of others. All right. So leaders can relieve their feelings as well as improve their productivity by communicating their leadership purpose and enabling their employees to find theirs. So don't be selfish in letting your employees carry out their task, their purpose. Let them know that you are there for them to transform their life, yes, to achieve your mission and vision, your purpose, your philosophy as it contains in your business plan. But let them know that they are also working with you. They are there with you for their life to be transformed for better. So it is then that their life will be shaped, their life will be focused, and they will be ready to work with you against all odds. So when employees have a clear purpose that you help them to achieve, they're no longer concerned about their fairness. They are concerned with doing their best. I've worked with an organization here in my country, Nigeria, where a salary of 6 months was owned. All right. This applies to countries all over the world. So it's not limited to my country, but I'm using myself as an example. But because the employer, my boss, as we call it here in Nigeria, happens to be a transformational leader, I was able to stake my neck for him, even when others are complaining bitterly that they will resign, that they are not ready to kill themselves, as it were, because their salaries are not being paid. Look at that. They focused on the salary, they focused on the transactional income or what they stand to benefit financially rather than making influence or making impact. Because of what my leader, my boss noticed, after the chiefs that were down or the economic recessions were properly taken care of and things formed into shape or into proper perspective, you know what? I was given a double promotion for the sacrifice that I made during the difficult time. Now, he realized that I was not a transactional employee. Did you get it? I was a transformational employee. I was ready to die. I was ready to stake my neck to improve the welfare, the growth, or as you may call it, the development of the organization. So your employees' mindset shift will be properly shaped if you are a transformational leader. Their mindset, their shift to the belief that work has the potential to make the life of their employees or employers easier or better will be put into proper perspective. So when employees experience such a mindset shift, or what I would rather call a paradigm shift, they will embrace continual learning and growth. They will always be available. They will always be there to learn. They will not just see that they are there for them to hand. You understand what I'm saying? You must learn before you hand. So they will be available that they are there to learn, and eventually, when the opportunity comes for them to hand, they will not be denied. So it's very important that we put into cognizance as a leader. And this leads to both what I would call a reduced sense of being overwhelmed, as well as increased skill sets and also productivity. From my experience, in many work environments, everything is, as you will agree with me, is a priority. So nothing is truly a priority, let me tell you. Okay, now let me ask you this question. How can leaders identify and focus on the 2 or 3 priorities that provide the greatest leverage to sustainable success? Very simple. When you are a transformational leader. Simple. If you're a transformational leader I mentioned earlier at the outset of my conversation with you or my presentation that your employees, your workers, your subordinates will be ready to die for you, will be ready to work with you against all odds. Now, I ask you this question once again, or let me also say that how does a leader achieve a transformational leadership? Now, one simple exercise is to create a to-do list for yourself. Now, this to-do list is a list of top 3 to 5 traits or attributes or value that are not negotiable to achieving your success as a transformational leader. And this list, you know why it is important to have a list of attributes of to-do list that will help you to achieve your goal? It will help you to prioritize the type of a day leader wants and direct your energy beyond your ever-expanding list of priority on your to-do list. So every leader has what I would call a finite amount of time and resources. So it is only by crafting the type of a leader you want to create that can prioritize your day-to-day activities that will help you to achieve success. Now, remember, we are talking about mindset transformation. And for that to happen, wherever you find yourself, whether you are a lifelong learner, you are an employer, you are an influencer, or you are a coach, you are a business leader, you are a business owner, being a transformational leader will help you to influence others to achieve their purpose. And one way that can also be achieved is appreciating the efforts of your workers. When you appreciate the effort of those who are working with you, it will go a long way for them to go extra mile, to do what they could to help you to achieve your goals, to achieve whatever you need to achieve, your vision and your mission. Do you know why this is important? Why it is important to praise or to appreciate the efforts of your workers? Praising is rooted in one essential leadership. Very important. It helps to build the confidence of your employees. It helps them to believe in themselves. Praising is also a way to encourage experimentation. It is risk-taking. Well, it has to be balanced. You know, when you overpraise your employees, if care is not taken, they can be complacent. So it has to be balanced. It has to be balanced. So when it is balanced, you will be able to know those who are ready to work with you, those who are ready to make sure that you achieve your purpose. So praising becomes invaluable when it comes to enabling employees to flourish. Did you get that? It becomes very important when it enables your employees to flourish. And the 3 ingredients of effective praising is be sincere with your praise. When you need to help your employees or your followers to know where their mistakes are, let them be aware of it. Let them know this. Remember, you are trying to transform their mind. You are trying to change their mindsets. Positive thinking, positive focus in achieving their purpose and in influencing the life of others. So the 3 ingredients of effective praising, the first one, like I said, is be sincere, be timely, and be specific. Why you are praising your employees, your subordinates, your fans in achieving their purpose. And like I mentioned, praise must be sincere. The fact remains, or the fact is this, as you will agree with me, that praise that is mechanical, that is obligatory, that is eye service or delivered in a routine manner will be seen as an artificial and contrived, or it will also foster a relationship gap that will undermine giving full efforts to performance. So it has to be balanced. Like I mentioned, for praise to achieve its purpose, it has to be sincere, it has to be timely, and it has to be specific. Now, I mentioned that it has to be timely. What that simply means, or what that will help you to achieve is this. From experience, the most potent form of praise is a type that is delivered in a real time. Let your employees, let your fans, let those that believe in you realize that, oh, you have made a mistake. And this is the right way to go about achieving the mission, the vision, or the next step that will lead to your greatness. So let it be timely and give it at the proper time. So catching employees doing something noteworthy and commenting on it immediately, do you know what that will help to achieve? It raises the well-being, not only of the person receiving the praise, it also creates a culture in which appreciation and continued growth become a strategic asset. And then making your praise to be specific, this is what I mean. Generalized praise such as, oh, good job. Oh, it will not help you to achieve your goal. Generalized praise such as, oh, good job, pals in the comparison to specific praise such as, oh, your project management work on the recently concluded project was incredibly helpful. You are being specific. You are not generalizing praise that you want to give to your employees. So you leave out our strategic goal to improving your customers' experience when you help them to realize that you appreciate them patronizing you. Be specific.
Can you round up, please? Can you round up, please?
Okay, I will do that shortly,
Yes,
my African queen. So what I have said so far is to help you to appreciate the importance of changing the mindset of your employees as an employer or as a leader to achieve transformational leadership or to achieve your purpose or to help them to live a purposeful life. Now, if you remember, I started with quote from Steve Moravik. He says, once your mindset changes, everything on the other side will do what? Will change alongside with it. So as leaders, we want to work on being transformational leader, to change the mindset of individuals, to change the mindset of people working with you. And happiness, like I mentioned earlier, quoting Steve Moravik, has to do with your mindset, not with your outside circumstances. So no matter your limitations, no matter the mistakes you have made, you need to work on your mindset for transformation. Yes, yes, you can achieve your purpose as a transformational leader. Once again, I want to appreciate Professor Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu for this opportunity. And I also want to appreciate all the facilitators that are yet to make their presentations. I want to appreciate everyone on this call for listening to me. I am Dr. Adeogun Joseph Kayode. I'm a content marketing strategist, communications and leadership coach. And as you heard in my introduction, I've been privileged to author 10 books. One of my books is on Amazon, Fundamentals of Freelance Writing. Is a book that will help you to hone your writing skills. And just last year, I also launched a book, Tap Into Your Resourcefulness. It's also a book that will help you to transit from being a paid employment to entrepreneurship pursuits. The book will soon be on Amazon for those who will be interested. And if you're interested in following me on my social media handles, you can follow me on @Adeogun Oluwakayode. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And can you please try to type your email on the chat, please?
Okay, I will do that, my queen. I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Well. Thank you so much for coming and joining us to teach on this great topic of mindset for leadership, because we are all on this platform. We are all leaders, and we need to start looking at our mindset towards what we do and how we impact into other people's life. And it is very important, especially as a leader, that we continuously renewing our mindset, learning every day, and also make a difference in whatever we do. So I just want to thank you also for enlightening us, for us knowing the differences between transaction leader and a transformational leader. So, and I believe that we will continue to become a transformation leader so that we can influence around and people around us. It also applies to our employers and employees as well. When our mind is state, when our mind is clear, when our mind is positive, then we can get along with others around us in our businesses and even in our work day-to-day job. So thank you so much for joining us again. And as you have said it, and I will continue saying it, yes, we can achieve our purpose as a transformational leader. That is the last statement that you have shared with us today, and we will hold on to that because it's all about mindset and transformation. So without wasting much time again, I would just like to move on, probably the last speaker of today, before I share the informations about Yes, You Can and all the resources that are available for us to develop ourselves and we grow together, make an impact into this world. So allow me to introduce my mentor. Why is he my mentor? Because I'm learning every day from his video, from him personally, and also he is a great leader. He is the former deputy. I'm talking about Professor Dr. TPS Sasikuma. I know he will stop me in introducing, but I will love him to please allow me to introduce him well. Professor TPS Sasikuma is the space scientist, educationist, spiritual director, motivational speaker, author of Life of Love, Realms of Life, Life Made Simple. Our professor is also the Deputy Director, the Directorate General of Security, Cabinet Secretary, Government of India, New Delhi. He is also the Director of UGC, Academic Staff College, Calicut University, Kerala. He's also a scientist, like I said, Advanced Data Processing Research Institute. He's the Program Planning and Project Manager. He's also a Space Application Center, he works there, and he's also a professor and HOD of Business Administration, AEC JNTUH, Ahmedabad. So he's also the founder of Shasha Jima. I'm sure he's going to explain that properly for us. Life Learning Residential Camp. Allow me to welcome my mentor, Dr. TPS Sasikuma, to our platform. You're welcome, sir. We've been waiting for you.
Namaskaram, namaskaram. Namaskaram, my sister.
Namaskaram, namaskaram.
Thank you for hosting me and waiting for me. You've given a very simple but very difficult topic. Mindset, attitude, habit.
Mm.
It's very difficult to identify the small difference and segregate them and look at it. Anyone who did not really learn the sociology, psychology, human behavior, management people, yeah, they manage, somehow understand everything. They know how to manage. That's why it is called, the subject itself is called manage, right? If you don't know really, still you can manage. So, though I am also a management professor, I take it as last option because managing, showing, feeling is entirely different from being. Being is what you really are. Showing is what is not you are, but pretending that you are such. The world has become so polluted in this time. Many people give a lot of training programs on personality development. Personality itself is a mask, a cover, persona. You are hiding from what you really are. Every training program, by birth, nobody is a police fellow. By birth, nobody is a military fellow. By birth, nobody is a master or a slave. We train people to be that. What you are originally, very hard to identify and understand. Two people get married, stay together, so happy in the few days, and after some time they'll say, I will show you my real face. What does it mean? For the past few days, you are not showing your real face, right? When you get angry, you tell the other fellow, I will show you who I am. That means what is that you are showing? So what is the difference? I don't know, my sister wanted this. Actually, this is what it means. Mindset, attitude, and habit. There are many other words also. Behavior, character. You can add a few more in that category to understand. Character is what Dr. TPS is. But nobody understands my character. The way I was a small boy during my childhood, along with my friends, is entirely different from what Dr. TPS is when I am a boss in an office. When I go to my children, I am a different person than I am in front of anybody else in the world. So all of us are showing drama. All of us are pretending. All of us are acting. And this is part of our life. If you don't know that, we say that fellow is a senseless fellow. You should behave in the fashion you are supposed to behave. So there is another word, behavior, right? So the behavior is the way you show yourself, which you are not really. Prime Minister, if he is feeling itching, he cannot scratch. He has to hold his feelings. Otherwise, next day television will show he was scratching. Is it not a human being? He is also a human being. But he is made to behave in such a fashion. So there are a lot of restrictions as you grow higher and higher. You cannot be simple. You become more sophisticated. My book, Life Made Simple, speaks about this. The more you are accidental, the more you are genuine, the more you are what you really are, is being simple. The more sophisticated you are, or maximum words which are being used in any of these programs, because we are talking about transformation. We are transforming people for what? For a specific job. To excel in your career, excel in your studies, excel in your social life. Maybe to excel in the personal life, in relation with others. Because you have not learned how to, and that depends on the culture. So the way you behave, the way you interact, the habit which you have changes from geographical location where you are, even in a country, in a nation. If you are in a village or in a city, your habit varies. Because the culture is different. A person who shifts from east to west has to modify his habits. So, habit is the behavior pattern which is instantaneous, simple. But you continue with that behavior for some time, that becomes a habit for you. So behavior is the smallest instantaneous prime element, which when you make it for some time your activity, it becomes your habit. But then the habit, when it settles inside you, oh, that habit is such you cannot change that. Some habits are inside you where you cannot change it. Assume that you live in a place and you develop a habit of cleaning your environment very, very good because the place where you lived is so clean. You go to some other place where environment is not clean, you have difficulty. You will have to change the environment. You will have to clean not your house alone. You will have to clean neighbor's house also. Because otherwise you become upset. So will you be able to change your habit? If you cannot change it, that's like an attitude. But then there is a strong attitude which is called mindset. Attitude can be still changed. Assume that I only talked about a positive thing. Assume that I come from a place where my environment is not clean, and that's a habit which I have. And therefore, my attitude is I keep everything fishy, untidy. But then assume that I'm appointed in a place where I'm forced to make changes. Otherwise, I cannot continue in that office. What will happen? I will have to change my attitude. That's what we are talking about, transformation. My attitude doesn't fit in a social environment. My attitude doesn't fit in an office environment. Assume that I'm a police fellow. I'm in an army or any disciplined department. The way in which I behave is entirely different from in a hotel or a restaurant, the way I behave. You shift your job, your attitude need to be set for that. But then that is not actually your mindset. What will happen? You get a holiday or you quit your job, you wind back to your earlier attitude. Because attitude is only a temporary adjustment. Behavior is small, habit is little practiced, attitude is something which you show to somebody else, but which has not gone inside you. So attitude is not what is to be said, actually mindset. The mindset is what you are. That is being. Attitude is what you are showing. So there is a small difference between these words. To understand, you need to take your own examples and look at it. Maybe somebody's habit can be changed. Somebody's habit is interpreting anything into negative. How do you stop? You be in a company, and when he starts speaking, you ask him, keep quiet. And give the other view and then tell him this is how you should look at it. Oh, then what will happen? After some time, his habit will become a practice when he is in that company. That doesn't mean in another company he'll be different. In this company, oh, his attitude is set. Right? And in Bharatiya Shastram, Indian tradition, we keep saying one of the good quality everyone should have is satsang. Sat means good. Sang means company. Satsang means you should have good company always. Because what you are and what is your attitude is determined by not you, the people around you, who demands this is how you should be. So good company matters. If your company is not good, even if you are a good person, after some time, you will become that. So society influences in your attitude. So attitude is almost like a culture. But then inside you, the basic character is the mindset. You get a different opportunity to settle somewhere else. Oh, you will show your genuineness. So mindset can be faked. And that faked mindset is attitude. But what comes without fake? The real you is the character and the real you is the mindset. So when you fake your mindset, that becomes attitude. So attitude is a fake. Mindset is what you are permanent. Attitude is temporary. With the company, with the people, with the way you are. Assume somebody has a habit of making a lot of noise during webinar. But I'm sure Queen Elizabeth will throw them out. So 2 times you throw them out, they know, oh, when I am with my sister Queen Elizabeth, I have to be very disciplined. So discipline is what you are making people to have it in this group satsang. But that doesn't mean when you are in a different webinar, you will behave in that way. No, your behavior entirely changes when, because there is a lot of people talking crisscross, no discipline at all. You will also become an indisciplined fellow. So why you are behaving in such a fashion? Because you were in that environment for some time. So a settled opinion about something, the settled way of behavior about something for some time, until it changes its environment, changes its geography, changes the people, changes the society. Altogether, we call it a satsang changes. Your company changes. The region, geography, time, everything. See, the morning in the office, you are entirely different, but evening you go to a restaurant or a bar, the way you behave is entirely different sometimes. Right? You should not behave in a bar like the way you are behaving in an office. You are in a restaurant with your company, it is entirely different way. You have to know. Assume that I am a very strict officer in my office, but when I come back home with my children, it's an entirely different person. When I go back to my early childhood friends who were studying with me, I am not doctor, because that time I didn't have a doctorate. I am their friends. So I'm a simple friend. And the way in which I enjoy with them, the jive with them, the play with them, I will forget my age, I will forget my position, I will forget my power, everything is lost. I am the way I am. So they will enjoy. If I show all that what I am not, in front of them, it is show off. No, that shouldn't happen. So what is mindset? It is actually the sum of all the beliefs which you have, all that interpretation you had, all the culture which you had, which you understood in that context, the way you have to behave, and you modify, transform. So attitude is a transformation. Mindset cannot be transformed. Mindset is to be achieved. And you become stronger there. And yeah, you behave in different style. You show different attitude at different places based on the company, based on the satsang. So small difference, but it's a very big difference. Entirely different. Only when you look at the context with these examples, what I gave, the office and the company, and at home, in the bar, in the off, and in the program when I go, it's entirely different. See, I keep asking students in a college, school where you are sitting, you have to be very disciplined. But at home, you can lie down on the floor, keep your legs on the table. If a dog can do that, you can also do it, right? And then look at the TV and keep a book beside you, have some snacks around you, listen to the music, and when you feel like dancing, you dance. And what are you doing? You can say, oh, I'm studying. Yeah, school also you study. But there, a discipline. But here, you should not. Because this is where you can show what you are. You are the simple person, belongs to your family member, and you should enjoy with them. Maybe a mindset is built over the culture, parental given, childhood onwards, what is that which is in your gene. So it comes from the tradition. And sometimes if you change your region and the region forces you to be entirely different than where originally you belong to, you will change all the way and you become an entirely different person. But go back to your origin, go back to your root. You will see your genuine you will come in you. Maybe your children also have taken birth in a different environment, but make them to stay there for some time. They get adapted very fast to a different situation where you are originally from. So the gene doesn't change with one birth, one generation. It says it takes 3 generations to change the original you. So my children will have some quality of which culture which I have. And what I got is not from my father alone. My father's father, father's father. So I got from 3 generations. So I'm the 4th one. And I can pass it on to 3 generations. So it says your mindset stays in you for 7 generations. 3 generations from top you got it, and 3 generations down you are giving. A generation is 20 years as per mathematics. For all computations in psychology, generation is not one life. It is 20 years. So it takes 7 generations means 140 years. So it's not that simple to change. One life, you cannot change your mindset, but you can change your attitude, right? But then assume that your company in the whole life is with all that group of people with satsang. What will happen? At least the next generation, when you have children, that good quality, that perfumed quality, that filtered quality, that best quality will go to the next generation. So it's our responsibility. When my children get some good qualities from me. So we have in Indian tradition a say that what I am today is not my ability. Half is from my father, half is what I have to build up here. So whatever if I have done a mistake, yeah, that's what it has come to me. And what I can give to my children is that good thing I can transform. What bad things I have done, no, don't share it. So if I have to make it 50%, very simple, but I have to make it much better, I have to add good values, good qualities. How is it done? That is what our is. The way we think, vacha. The words comes out from the thoughts. Where do the input comes from? All my indriyas, sensory organs. What I see has to be good. What I hear has to be good. What I eat also has to be good. If my food is bad, that also changes my attitude. You are what you eat. The science is called microbiotics and macrobiotics. It has got a lot of influence on the way we behave. So food, that has to be clean. Your people around you, who touches you, who talks to you, who see you, who patter you, all that has to be good. So all that sensory organs around us, the space has to be good. Ambience has to be good. If all that is good, I transform slightly with my thoughts, and that thoughts will make my words good, my communication becomes good. So vacha, and then the actions also will become good, because every action is an internal communication in force. Every activity what I do, there is an internal communication happening to me, which tells my buddhi, intelligence, to my software which controls my sensory organs. There is a hardware, memory, and there is a software, feelings, which club together for my all sensory organs to act, because we act through our all organs. The word tongue has to work. With the feeling it comes from the lower bottom of the heart. Without feeling it comes from the tongue. So the sound also changes. The way the feeling comes, your sound changes. So different grading for the way in which you speak. When you get angry, the modulation changes, the frequency changes, the sound changes, the amplitude changes. When you are happy, it is entirely different. So do an analysis on what are all the different energy inside you which makes that vibrations. So energy inside your body has to be transformed. It doesn't happen by hearing somebody's talk. It has to be internalized. So your habit is only an external force. Attitude is slightly internalized. Now I am coming inside, not from the society. Attitude, the way I am carrying myself, that means, oh, I have slightly internalized. Though it is a faking, when we get angry, what do? You raise your voice. It's actually faking. Your heartbeat need not change, but still I can raise my voice. So you are faking yourself. But then your heart vibration doesn't change. But really you have a feeling for that activity and you are really angry, it's an entirely different style. So gradations are there, you can understand. When our attitude is strengthened to get into a mindset, shapes our attitude in the next performance. Attitude, I'll repeat again. It's one of the hardest probably to understand if you don't understand like this. The attitude, when it gets strengthened inside you, that becomes a mindset. Then what will happen? The mindset understands where what attitude is to be set. Change the environment, immediately you will set to that. So mindset is a much stronger, powerful, intelligent component inside you. Therefore, that is the strength in you. Therefore, in Indian tradition, we don't call it as intelligence alone. We call it buddhi is intelligence. Buddhi is intelligence. But then we call it as it is a strength in you. Buddhi Shakti. Shakti means strength. Somebody will not ask you, how is your buddhi? No. How is your buddhi Shakti? Everybody has got a buddhi. Not good enough. Have you strengthened it with full energy? Is the question somebody asks. So you have to write an examination, buddhi is enough. To change your behavior pattern, every place where you go with the sense, and you never become a nonsense fellow in your life. When you don't show your sense, he is called a nonsense fellow. He doesn't know how to behave at different places. He is a nonsense fellow, senseless fellow. What is your strength? Using your intelligence right way in the right place. So it is called a strength in people. Buddhi is a strength. And that is why mindset means you set it with the internalized energy, which nobody can change. I am like this. Put me in any place. I know it doesn't mean I will not behave in a different style. I will behave in a different style. The way I have to behave without any extra effort in me. It becomes so casual for me. If the river flows in a shallow without a noise, but when it has to flow down, it also knows how to make a noise and then vibrate with the flow. The same water flows very shallow without noise. So I can get angry when I want to get angry, but that doesn't change my heartbeat. Soon after that, I can get angry to somebody. Soon after that, I can turn here and give a lecture peacefully. Right? I may be the saddest person because I lost somebody, but that doesn't stop me to be normal and talk to somebody in the way I have to. Yeah, I may take a deep breath and say, yeah, finished. That is over. In Bhagavad Gita, it says, you can have a dukkam. Dukkam means sadness. Sukham means happiness. Sukham, dukkam. It is the extreme end. Sadness and happiness. But you know how to make them very close to each other. Dukkeshu anudiknamana, sukheshu vikadaspruha, vita raga bhaya krodha. Vita raga bhaya krodha. I have worry inside me, sadness inside me, and I'm shattered with all the feelings. Doesn't matter. Still, I will know how to be in a forum and then talk nicely like this. It doesn't affect. That is what your ability is, so that you know how to change your mood. Your attitude change happens the way it has to be. So there is nothing called depression for me, because I know, oh, in life business is lost. It's okay. I will bring it up. Somebody scolds me, it doesn't matter. There is lot of millions of other people in this world who loves me. Why should I worry about one person who is scolding me and saying I am useless fellow? Yeah, let him tell, that's his attitude. But I know I am not that. Why do you get angry when somebody talks to you? In the same anger, you don't have to reflect. Look at them, yeah, fine. I will come back to you later. Take your own time. Think about it once again. Right? Look at me from little different. I may be entirely different person. You come close to me and look at it, I may be entirely different person. So take your time. Right? These are all different ways of understanding yourself. And the way you present it to different people can be different. Then they know, oh, There is a great saint in India who is supposed to be the spiritual master for all of us, Shankara, Adi Shankaracharya. And he says, we are all like mirrors. Somebody stands in front of me, I reflect the way you are with me. Somebody else comes, I reflect the way I am with you. And nobody is permanently inside me. Mirror doesn't carry anyone inside. It's only reflection. If you think that even if I go away from the mirror, I am there, what happens to people, foolish people? They come back and see, oh, I am still there. So that means mirror is keeping me. Right? For a small boy, he doesn't understand. You tell, oh, you are there inside a mirror. Go there and then see he is there. When he goes out, he is not seeing. Oh, still he is there. That's what he believes. So it's like that. It's all pretension. Life is, we reflect. I don't have anything permanent inside me. A hatred is not there. Love is not there. I only reflect. I'm not thinking about somebody all the time. But when they are in front of me, if you're smiling at me, I will smile. If you're crying, I will cry. If you're angry with me, I will also show my anger. Right? You understand. It is only the way the feelings are tuned with the environment. You can change, yes. And that strength within you, which gives you purity and unity. You have purity and unity. In what? The words, thought, and deed. Manasa, vacha, karmana. Manasa, thoughts. Vacha, word. Karmana, deed. With the purity and unity. This is what Indian traditional manasa, vacha, karmana. The way you show your attitude with the mindset which is strong inside you, behave with the people, and make the society much happier. I can go on and on, but I think good enough. Good enough? 30 minutes?
Yes, thank you so much. You are a man of timing. I really appreciate you, sir. And before our professor quickly leave, he would like somebody to, one or two people to respond to what he's been sharing with us this afternoon. So do you have any question, please, quickly? Any questions for my mentor? Do you have any question, please? Waiting, because the time is fast spent, but at least we can still give about 1 or 2 minutes for question. Any question, please? Do we have any question? Okay.
Hello, my queen. Hello,
okay.
my queen. Okay. It's not a question. I just want to openly make a formal request. If he can adopt me as one of his mentees. Because
yes,
I'm
yes.
greatly inspired by his presentation.
Yes, you can get connect with me, and I will connect you with him.
Oh, that's
because
fine.
normally, if professor always put his emails. Or professor, can you put your email or how they can get you?
I have kept on the chat. I am posting on the chat.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can just search on YouTube Dr. TPS. My name is Dr. TPS.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I keep saying that I represent teachers, parents, and students. TPS.
Wow.
You won't forget that. Yeah.
The other day, I was in another city called Bangalore. They called me a half-day program. I said, I will not come.
Oh, that's fine.
I will only come for 4 days program. 1 day for students, 2 days for teachers, and 1 day for parents. I do a transformation, a cultural change in the academic institutions. Talk to every component and then see, after I leave, they must feel, yeah, I need to change. That's very, very essential.
Okay. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other question? Any other question? Anybody? No? Okay, should we move on? I quickly want to ask one question, but I think if I should ask it here, Professor, we're going to spend another 1 hour answering that particular question. But I will throw it to, I will still ask that question. And if you can just briefly, I still want full answer, but if you can just briefly just touch on it before you leave, sir. And the question is, I hear some of my mentors saying this, that education, skills, ability, whatever you have acquired can take you there. There in brackets can be, you can be employed, or you can start a business, or you can become a leader. But what sustains you is your character. Can you throw more light into that, please?
Education has two components. One is called Savidya. Sa means good knowledge. And another one is called Avidya, materialistic life, what supports materialistic life. All the skill development, job-oriented programs are called Avidya. All the character building programs are called Savidya. It is also part of today's education. All the religious practices, we learn different religious practices. In humanities, we have got life history of different people. Why do Indians still learn about Nelson Mandela? Why, when I go to America and look at library, there is racks kept full books on Mahatma Gandhi? Why people read that? When we read, we realize, oh, there was a person like this. You know what Albert Einstein spoke about Mahatma Gandhi? He said, he's a physics man. He knows how to do things about materialistic world. And he was also a philosophy man. And what he said, maybe after a few years, when people read the history of Mahatma Gandhi, people don't even believe that such a person lived on this earth with the flesh and blood. Because how can somebody be so unselfish and live for the society totally? It's hard to believe because he was such a man. And if we have little social activity while reading his life history, the purpose of value education is there. So it is not that today's education gives only skill development. When we are learning, education has got 4 components. The first component is called reading and writing skill. Reading and writing skill. That require, if I have to learn about somebody's life history, I must have reading and writing skill. And second one, communication comprehension. Whatever I have learned, I must be able to put in my words and then tell somebody else. That ability has to be developed. And the third one is arithmetic. Arithmetic is what? Without mathematics, without computing, without understanding numbers, you can't live in this world. And the fourth one, which is most important, is memorizing. If I have a lot of idea, but I don't remember the name of the person, I can't give a lecture now. I may have a lot of idea, but I cannot write that in the exam hall. I will not pass examination. So memorizing is must. So skill development happens when you add these 2-3 things together. Value addition happens when you understand the reading and writing and comprehension and live in this world to say how I have to implement that in my life so that my habits, my mindset, my behavior can be made acceptable to people. This quality, if it's not there, you cannot be called as human being. Because the word human being by which we are all called itself says human being is being human. To get a job, to earn money, you need not be a human. You can be so inhuman, but still you can earn money. No. Value education is for making you a human being. You are a human being, but not useful for the society. Then you cannot be called as a social being. We are also called not human being alone. We are called a social being. Because as human being, we are not useful for any other animals, any other plants, any other microbes in this world. We are one animal who depends on many other animals, many other seen and unseen microbes in this world. Lot of plants and flies, fish, everything we depend on. The whole environment we depend. Can we be at least be helpful to another human being in this world? Then we are called a social being. So these two qualities, being human, being social, educating that concept is what is called being thankful to the whole people who are serving us, the whole living beings who are serving us. All that together is called the value education. Works, that is called dharma. Bharatiya Shastra doesn't have God. We don't believe in going behind one person saying that he is the God. It only believes this value system, and that value system is called the dharma. Dharma means the quality inside you which you have to show. And what is the dharma? Ena kena prakarena, do something somewhere, somehow to someone. Yasya kasyapi tehinaha, whatever small opportunity you get in your life. Sandosham, sandosham means happiness. Sandosham janayat pratna, making somebody else happy. It can be anyone in this world, any living being, two-legged or four-legged animal, doesn't matter. All creatures around you, make them happy for a moment in your life. That moment you are living. Otherwise, you are a selfish life. We have first feeding of food for my son. The first feeding is also a ritual. Every activity in India, for all the traditional activities in Hinduism, is a ritual. First feeding of the food has got a ritual in which the father is supposed to chant, let every living being around me get sufficient food. That means the plant should also get sufficient water. Every living being around me get sufficient food, then let my son have his food. What a great thought is this. It is not that first food which the father is giving to the son or the daughter is not with a prayer, let my son have food every day, every moment when he is thirsty. No. Let the whole world around get sufficient food, then my kid also should have food. What an unselfish thought is that. Is it not a behavior change? It is not a pattern of making you a human being, making you a social being. A great thought. You want more lecture on this? We can have many sessions around this.
Thank you so much, Professor. Like I said, if I really want you to explore more about what you are saying, we will be there till tomorrow. So, but the little you've shared with us is powerful, and I've gained a lot from it. It's about it's about being human and also being social, you know, and that one will carry weight for you to go to anywhere you go to, because who you are will reflect everywhere you go to, and your discipline is very important. So thank you so much. I've really understand it, and I'm still going to learn more because you were fast in some areas I couldn't catch up, but I'm going to go back, and I want to encourage others as well. Go back to this YouTube and listen again to get what you want to get and understand it, because what you understand is what you put into action. Thank you, sir.
Sorry, one question, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, my question is about, you mentioned I am the way I am. Can you just clarify again? Because Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And he is the I am. And we found different I am, like a 7 I am in the Gospel of John. So can you just clarify, I am the way I am, you said. Thank you.
Yeah, when I say there are different components in each one of us: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. So how do I behave? How do I present myself? Is a combination of all this. So when I say I am the way I am not able to show my feelings very correct, because assume that day physically I am very weak. I have severe headache. Otherwise, normally I used to be a very pious person, very good. But that day I couldn't, because I am the way I am on that moment. So every one of us have got a momentary display, the momentary display of what I am. So if I am not, what am I doing? I am putting my spiritual cover, and then the physical inability I am covering. Only if I have got the spiritual cover with me. For a spiritual person, what do we generally call? I feel headache. So actually headache is not a physical problem. It's a feeling. I am feeling cold. I wrote an article long back. We have, when I go to North India, Delhi is too cold. Everybody keeps saying, it's feeling cold. I keep saying it's only feeling. See, in Western country, many jackets are kept, you cover your ears, put your gloves. You can see in our Himalayas, including my guru, when we went to Kailash, it was negative 18 degree. He was not even having, he was topless. And cool, nothing happens to him. Why he is what he is, it is not the feeling. It is not the physical problem. It is not the environment. A spiritual cover that takes care of you. So when I say I'm a spiritual being, what does it mean? My all the other components is down. So I am what I am. When I go to some place, the way I behave. When I go to a society with a lot of people around me, all my physical problems I will forget. I will be with the company. So what is that? Which component of this fivefold is coming up? My social ability is coming up. I may have a leg problem. My legs are paining, but I don't think you will show your leg pain when you are in a big crowd and you want to stand up there and give a speech. Yeah. But when come back your home, you are alone, your leg will start paining. Why? Because your physical problem you forgot in the social component inside you is much higher and powerful. So I am what I am. Thank you. It's a beautiful fivefold development. Dr. TPS gives a lot of talks on fivefold development. Plenty of aspects of fivefold development. You have to mold yourself in fivefold development, become a spiritual person. That is why the earlier small sloka which I chanted, Dukheshu Anudignamana Sukheshu Vikataspruha, you know, the whole lecture is given by Bhagavan, Ishvara. We don't use the word God actually. Bhagavan, Ishvara, Sankalpa. Sankalpa means thoughts. That person, Krishna, gives a lecture to the fighter Arjuna in the war field. When the whole lecture is given, he says, I am not able to capture any knowledge. Tell me, how do a spiritual person talks? The answer is Dukhesh Shanidkinana Sukhesh Vikadaspruha Vidaraga Bhaya Krodha Stitatir Munirichade. You become a non-fluctuating person is what is being spiritual. Non-fluctuating means I have no pain, I have no feeling. My buddhi works in the same style. Oh, I forgot. Cannot be a spiritual person. Oh, I forgot. No. Oh, I missed that point. No. Then you are not a spiritual master. Spiritual people don't miss. They don't speak unnecessary things. Apt, right, what I am. I am what I am. Wonderful question. I think all these questions needs hours together to
Yes.
Thank you.
think over and over and grind it and polish it so that it becomes a smooth stone in the flowing river.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree with you. That's why I said that when we start question and answers, we might be here forever. But I need to really round up because we need to move on. Professor TPS is always with me, and he has already shared his information. So if you have 100 questions, he is ready to answer them all. So you can connect with him because sometimes the time we allocate with to him on this platform, I know it's very, very little, but he is ready to answer all your questions. So you said that you asked it earlier on time or not interrupting with what he's saying. Maybe you have to wait towards the end, or you can actually text the question on the chat box, or you can meet him personally so that he'll be able to answer. That is the benefit. I mean, I'm opening it to you. It's a great opportunity that Professor TPS is my mentor, and I'm sharing my mentor on this platform. That is a great opportunity. You can't get it anywhere because I believe we can grow together, learn together, and we can do something great together. So thank you so much, Dr. TPS, and thank you for your time, for explaining life, explaining fully to us. I want to close this meeting, this masterclass, 9 minutes to this time, so that we finish everything by 1:30 sharp. Can I quickly acknowledge Reverend Akpabio to say hi to us quickly, please? We can't hear you. We can't hear you, sir.
Hello. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. I've heard everything. I was cut off some time, but I know God is blessing us. So thank you for all the teachers and all the lecturers. You are blessed. I'm grateful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And can I also call on Ambassador Azagil to quickly share with us quickly? Azagil, Ambassador? Yes, quickly, just 1 minute. 1 minute, please. Yes, are you sharing with us?
And I learned a lot and having a good time here. And nice to be the part of this meeting. And congratulate you to your books. So
thank you.
Last meeting you. So today's meeting is also very knowledgeable and informative for me. And I really learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daddy Apabio, for always being with me. I'm grateful that you always make it. Daddy Apabio is also a Reverend Father, and sometimes they do their meetings in the church. So, but you still have time to come and share with me and to share with us. I also want to express my gratitude to Ambassador Gil. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all our participants today. I just want to quickly recognize our reporter, Ambassador Gumati Prashanti. Can you quickly share something quickly so that we can round up this meeting? Quickly, please. Yes, Ambassador Prashanti.
Greetings from India. What comes from heart touches hearts. Having wonderful learning sessions on the secret of living a life on purpose. We learned about mindset, attitude, habit, behavior, and character. And how well we can transform, how well we can direct towards the right way and in the right sense. Because life is what we reflect by our words, deeds, and thoughts. In unity, with ourselves a social being and a human being. These are the greatest learning lessons that we took in today's session. Thank you so much, ma'am. My gratitude to our Honorable Queen Elizabeth, ma'am, for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we give opportunity to Ambassador Tabitha Javi, quickly, 1 minute? Ambassador Tabitha? Nope.
Tabitha.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much for this opportunity which you gave me.
Okay.
First of all, today's topic is very beautiful. I like it too much. I just think that when we give first priority of God give you everything.
Okay.
Put God first and watch amazing things happen. Never give up. He is always with you and me. God is going to give you more than you asked for.
Thank you.
And never give up. Great things take time. Be patient. Believe in yourself. Always do more than is required of you. Live all of your life. Understand it. See it. Appreciate it. And have fun. Never disappoint.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Thank you. And keep sharing. Yes, keep sharing. Also, I want to quickly, for 1 minute, I appreciate and acknowledge Ambassador Professor Dr. Calliston. Are you here? Ambassador Professor Dr. Calliston? No? Okay. Is Ambassador Bagura? Are you here quickly to say something? No. Right. Okay. I think we need to end our masterclass today because if we don't end it quickly, it's going to end it for us. So I want to see this. First of all, let me quickly share this and then we can close for today.
Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is a dynamic and motivation speaker. She is based in the United Kingdom. She is the founder and director of YYCI International. She has been invited to several international conferences to speak and lecture. She is an intelligent teacher, author, and she is a mentor to the younger generation. Please subscribe to YYCI TV on YouTube to watch her amazing videos. You will be glad you did.
This is just to let you know that there's nothing too difficult for you to do.
If we can change, then everything around us will change.
Without wisdom, you can't really create wealth. We're in the world of creativity.
Okay, just to let you know that we have another section tomorrow. So if I didn't call you out today to share with us, please join us tomorrow again. We might finish in time or we might extend the time if it's possible. Thank you so much for joining us. So the next masterclass will be tomorrow, but for the month of September, we are combining both the masterclass and the Transformational Leadership Conference together, which is going to happen on the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd of September from 10 a.m. UK time. And also we have authorship masterclass, personal development masterclass, and relationship masterclass. We also have the mentorship online program. And there are so many books including Yes You Can, and including the one we just launched last Saturday. All the books are available for Kindle's version at www.amazon.com and other platforms. So these are the books, and this is the one we just launched last Sunday. We have the Queen and the Prince, last Saturday, the Queen and the Prince, and we also have the Power of Wisdom for Journey Mercy, or for Journey of Life. See, as I'm rushing. So thank you so much. Sorry, I can't call everyone to share as well today. I believe we've been transformed, and it has really helped us to increase our knowledge, our understanding for mindset change or mindset growth. So I want to say thank you so much. And as we round up, Professor Ambassador Y.Y.C.I, can you just say a short prayer and then it will end? Short prayer, closing, and it will end this quickly.
Yes, ma'am. Prayer. Almighty Father, you are the giver of blessing and joy. Father, thank you for blessing YYCI Mindset and Transformation Masterclass. Let these positive thoughts rejuvenate and restore the essence of life. May this day be filled with peace in our soul, love in our heart, and joy in our lives. And thy blessings be always upon us, the YYCI family. In Jesus' matchless name, I pray. Amen.
Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Ambassador Daniel, good luck. Ambassador Apedengo Sotbele, Ambassador Alexandra Potet, and everyone that has contributed to the Ambassador Kande Campbell. Thank you so much, Pastor Alexandra. Thank you so much for everyone. By Ambassador Jacob, thank you so much. I'm rounding up and I'm clicking the end. Permit me, my professor, mentor, my bishop, can I click the end now, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow from 10 o'clock UK time. We'll be right here and we will all learn together. Thank you, Dr. TPS. If you can join us tomorrow, I know you are very busy, but we miss you a little bit time today. So let's see how your time schedule tomorrow. So thank you so much, and God bless you all.
God bless all of you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
God bless.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Please, you can leave now, please. I
Yes.
don't like to. Thank you. Bye-bye, Daddy Fabio. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Ambassador Daniel, good luck. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Professor Dr. Kalisten, bye-bye. Pastor Alexandra, bye-bye. Ambassador Kande Campbell, thank you. Bye-bye. Ambassador Bagura, thank you. Bye-bye. Ambassador Tapita, bye-bye. I think we need to leave, please, so that we can come back tomorrow. So please, I'm clicking the button now.